Hey everyone, off the Mike Sports Network. A little late to the party, but given my reaction to an all-time, all-time college football playoff classic in the Capital One Orange Bowl, Notre Dame wins 27-24 over Penn State. My goodness, what a football game this was. So much happened. Notre Dame falls behind 10-0. They look like they can't do anything. Their quarterback Riley Leonard's out of the game. Um, near the end of the first half, Steve Angeli comes out of nowhere, leads a drive down the field, completes 6 or 7 passes for 44 yards, and somehow gets Notre Dame a field goal. Notre Dame scores a touchdown on their opening drive. They win the middle eight, which they've done this entire playoff run. Like, they just have been amazing. The Marcus Freeman culture there. I've spoken about it. I said it on the channel in the lead up to these games. He's the coach I trust the most of the four remaining coaches. And look, I got to give credit to James Franklin too, man. Like, he coached a pretty damn good game. And they did a lot of the right things. They just got it was a bad mistake by Drew Aller, who I have cooled off on a little bit. He won't come out for the draft this year, and he probably shouldn't. And the Browns should think about taking somebody else. Frankly, if they're going to take a Penn State player that's going to be in this draft, they should take Abdul Carter. Um, but yeah, the fourth quarter of this game was just like this was bananas. It was bananas the second half of this game, and especially the last 5 minutes. So much stuff happened. You get great. I got to remember the name of the receiver, Jaden Greathouse, who had really not been a well-known name for this team. He gets 7 catches for 105 yards, has a 54-yard touchdown. Jeremiah Love with one of the great touchdown runs that I've ever seen, a 2-yard run where it seemed like he was pushing and shoving for about, like, it seemed like an eternity. This was a relentless performance from Notre Dame, and like it's really showing what I really want to say about what this means for this Notre Dame team. It's their first trip to a national championship game since 2012, and they got destroyed by Alabama in that game. That team really didn't have a chance. I've been saying since really the last month or so of the season, and also at the start of this playoff run, I was like, Notre Dame's got a chance to go on a run and potentially win the whole thing. And now they're in a position to do it. This is, first of all, the most likable Notre Dame team of my lifetime. Notre Dame, to a lot of people, especially in football, is like Duke basketball. You're supposed to hate these guys. Like, it's an independent school. They get all the advantages. Midwest. It's a spoiled fan base that thinks of their team like and like they haven't won anything since like the 80s. And young coach, like they had a coach who was kind of a jackass in Brian Kelly. They go to Marcus Freeman, who's this little known defensive coordinator who was brought in. He just turned 39 years old. And he's coming in 3 seasons. And this team, bear in mind, this team lost at home to Northern Illinois the second week of the season. And they haven't lost since that point. So, and then you've got a quarterback in Riley Leonard who transferred over from Duke, who is just a wonderful kid. Like, just oozes enthusiasm and just you can see why his teammates love him. It's just like he's a leader. He has this youthful exuberance about him. It's infectious to watch. And then you've got guys like Jordan Faison, who plays lacrosse. He might have a chance to win a national championship in lacrosse and football in the span of a 12-month period. You got Jeremiah Love. Like, this running back room is insane. Jeremiah Love. You have Aeneas Williams, Jadarian Price. They've got a great tight end in Mitchell Evans. They've got great defensive players, and they've lost key defensive players. And they were getting pushed around early on in this game. But the culture that Marcus Freeman, you just fight back and hit all the punches. And every time that this team was punched in the mouth or punched in the gut by Penn State, they came back in full force and found a way to win this game. A bad throw by Drew Aller really decided this thing, and Mitch Jeter cans a field goal with under 15 seconds to go in this game. This is the most likable Notre Dame team of all time. And frankly, this is America's team, y'all. Notre Dame is America's team right now. And this is coming from a guy who is an Ohio State fan. It's really hard for me to not like this Notre Dame team. And they're America's team. They might be a team of destiny because what they have been able to do since that loss in week 2 is nothing short of remarkable. Like, they were blowing teams out. They beat the crap out of Indiana. They beat a really, really good Georgia team, granted with a backup quarterback. And then in this game, they looked like they were dead and buried, down 10-0, losing their quarterback to seemingly concussion protocol. But he gets cleared, and they come back, win the middle eight. They're able to get back into this game, take a lead, and then have a fist fight down the end of this game, and they get the last field goal at the end. This was an unbelievable football game, an unbelievable win for the Notre Dame program. And it's like I said, it's so weird for me as a guy who's followed college football and known Notre Dame football, because obviously a lot of us grew up watching Notre Dame because they were always on NBC, because they have that television contract with NBC. They're an independent program. They don't play in a Power 4 conference. They do whatever they want. And they have a lot more control. And the other thing about this is, hey, the payout that they could potentially get, it's all going to go to them. It's not going to go to their conference, which rubs a lot of people the wrong way. But when you watch this team and you see Riley Leonard in interviews and like their other players like that I've mentioned across this video, and then you see their head coach, Marcus Freeman, who's not even 40 years old, and now he's going to, and a separate note, going to a national championship game, first ever African-American head coach at this level of FBS football to be playing for a national championship. That means something. He doesn't want it to be about him, and he doesn't want it to be about that. But this guy, like, it just, you could see it even when they're down 10-0 or down 10-3 at the half. He was just so calm, and just the way he carries himself with, just how calm he is, and just like, the weight of the world on his shoulders, being the head coach of Notre Dame football. A lot of, more qualified people in some people's minds would have failed in this spot. Brian Kelly is a damn good football coach. He left. He ran away from this. I mean, you've got great coaches. Like, the last head coach to win a national championship for Notre Dame, I think, was Lou Holtz. Maybe you could correct me in the comments but Lou Holtz is a damn good football coach. I mean, you could say what you want about his beliefs and everything. That's separate from this issue. But like, a lot of better coaches, or like Charlie Weiss was a good coach at Notre Dame for a long time. And there have been a lot of great players that have gone through there since they won the title back in the 80s. And now they got a chance to win a national championship in a week and a half time, January 20th, a Monday night in Atlanta. It's going to be amazing. It's amazing for college football that Notre Dame is good and playing for a national title. And on top of it, I think above all else, it is good that Notre Dame is actually likable. Because, dare I say this, even this is coming from a guy who has Ohio State in his blood, and I will definitely root for the Buckeyes if they do advance, and they should advance against Texas. But whoever wins the Ohio State-Texas game is probably going to go into that game as the betting favorite. But I'm telling you right now, the sentimental favorite in all of college football right now is Notre Dame. They are the team that, shockingly, is America's team right now. I can't believe that I'm actually saying that, but it has been a joy to watch this team play football. It starts with their head coach. It trickles down to their quarterback. Their defensive coordinator, Al Golden, is a great former head coach. Mike Denbrock came over from LSU. Like, this is an awesome story. And to have them playing for a national championship in the first iteration of the 12-team playoff is fantastic. Look out for the ratings. This is going to just obliterate everything. And thank goodness, like, because a lot of people have been mad. Hey, there haven't been very many good games. We've been treated to a really great game that we're going to talk about for years to come. I feel bad for Drew Aller. I mean, a lot of people don't want to feel bad for James Franklin because, like, sometimes he could just rub people the wrong way, but he didn't really do anything wrong in this game. Tyler Warren's a great player. Abdul Carter's a great player. Penn State played their hearts out, and they got their heart pulled out of their chest. because Notre Dame just, willed their way to this win. So an awesome, awesome story. We'll have plenty more content coming your way, especially after the Ohio State Texas game, in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. Hope everybody in Dallas is safe, because that is a frightening situation. Obviously, I'm dealing with stuff out here in LA that's a frightening situation, but a lot of ice and a lot of dangerous, weather, inclement weather out there in the Dallas Fort Worth area. So that's a little bit alarming. So hope everybody's safe out there. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Follow me at Off the Mic 28, and follow the show or follow the channel at OT Mike Sports. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.